the proverbial conviction struggle between I think I can, and I can't, no way, not even going to try. Capabilities are referred to as self-efficacy. Self-efficacy is central to Bandura's social cognitive theory. My definition of self-efficacy is a judgment about being able to perform a specific activity, to complete tasks and reach goals. For the kitten in the picture, it's the belief that she can successfully execute the behavior required to produce the outcome, climb her tiny self up the stairs. So she draws upon self-efficacy, her belief that she can actually climb those stairs despite her size. Um, so she says, for her self-efficacy, not to let her me down. The truly amazing significance of self-efficacy is how belief plays a key role in how people approach their goals, their challenges, and tasks. It governs thought, motivation, and action. That precious little kitten has high self-efficacy, believing it can climb what equates to a mountain for it. Bandura hypothesized that the level of self-efficacy can determine whether a task will be initiated, the amount of effort that's going to be expended, and the level of persistence to complete the task when faced with obstacles and adverse experiences. Henry Ford said it best in saying, whether you think you can or that you can't, you are usually right. In other words, high self-efficacy manifests in high motivation and approaching new and different tasks as challenges. On the other hand, low self-efficacy manifests in a lack of motivation and perceiving new and different tasks as threats. In this overview of self-efficacy, I will discuss how Bandura theorized that self-efficacy is developed from four main sources. Additionally, I will examine the role that self-efficacy plays in different life stages, in education, in organizations, and as well as my personal life. To begin with, according to Bandura, efficacy is developed from four key sources, and they're all learned experiences: mastery or past performance, vicarious experiences, verbal persuasion, psychological cues. Mastery experience refers to beliefs of competence rooted in previous attainment and a related experience. It's the single best predictor of competence for future performances. Success raises mastery experiences while failures decrease them. Success breeds success. Vicarious experiences refer to the reinforcement of self-efficacy from observing like people succeed. It's the, hey, if they can do it then, so can I believe. Verbal persuasion refers to judgments, feedback, and appraisals, suggestions from key figures concerning engaging in a task. It's used by others to influence efficacy beliefs. In other words, it's easier to continue on when others express their belief in you to be successful. This becomes very effective in increasing self-efficacy when it's matched with other sources. Lastly, psychological cues refer to the emotional states that someone experiences while engaging in a task. Um, it varies with mood and situation and any meaning that the person has connected to that task. Indicators of low self-efficacy in a task such as public speaking include getting the shakes and sweating. These sources of self-efficacy impact different life stages in education, in organizations, as well as in my own personal life. In education, self-efficacy impacts achievement for all the stakeholders, students, teachers, and administrators. It's very much interconnected. Students need to have high self-efficacy to persevere and be resilient in learning new tasks. Otherwise, they simply avoid the task and because of fear of being unsuccessful, as is seen in struggling readers who avoid engaging in reading and in turn never give themselves an opportunity to practice reading and then never improve. Teachers that have high self-efficacy indicate a willingness to test out new and different teaching practices. There's also a correlation between teachers who have self-efficacy, high self-efficacy, and their teaching effectiveness and higher student achievement. Additionally, what teachers say and how they say it impacts student efficacy. There's a wonderful book that guides teacher talk by the title of Choice Words. Also, in developing higher self-efficacy, educators need to offer feedback that complements student skills instead of effort. On that note, educators should also be aware that girls often attribute their success to effort, while boys attribute their success to skill. Administrators also need to believe that they can motivate their teachers. And raise their self-efficacy. Principals that use transformational practices are more likely to have higher teacher efficacy in their schools. Also, administrators can raise teacher efficacy by offering regular feedback and by highlighting teacher accomplishments and link those outcomes to specific teacher behaviors. In organizations, they can build employee self-efficacy by management leading by example and encouraging collaboration. That's just a source of vicarious um, self-efficacy. Also, they in empowering employees, that's a source of persuasion, indicating belief in competence. In different life stages, you see that the family provides the initial source for the development of self-efficacy, and then that turns on to school, which becomes extremely influential. But upon entering adulthood, if self-efficacy is low, then that life stage is filled with anxiety. It impacts career choices and success, and then as they enter the workforce, or as they age and enter the workforce, the dynamism of technology requires greater self-efficacy to adapt to constant updates. Lastly, personal life. I have noted that when I expect not to do well, it gets in the way of me trying and leads to complete avoidance or procrastination. I almost failed ninth grade because of this. Believe me, I couldn't manage the rigors of high school honor programs. Um, and on the opposite spectrum, I excelled in performance arts because I had long achieved in that field. In turn, I'm very much aware of the importance of self-efficacy as an educator, employer, and as a doctoral student.